Hi everyone, and welcome back at today's analysis. As for today's episode, we are going to discuss about Lara Croft, the titular main protagonist in the Tomb Raider franchise. Now, I am aware I already did this character all the way back in my 13th episode with the live-action adaptation portrayed by Angelina Jolie, but this episode is dedicated to her counterpart from the Survivor Timeline video game trilogy, Tomb Raider 2013, Rise of the Tomb Raider 2015, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider 2018. To understand this version of Lara Croft and her journey from an orphan who lost everything to the archaeologist who saved the world. And now, let's begin. Lara Croft, specifically this counterpart, was born in London in 1992 to her parents, Richard and Amelia Croft. Her father, Richard Croft, was the owner of the Croft Manor, was rich, he was a billionaire, and he was also an archaeologist who traveled around the world. So sadly, this kind of put him at odds with his family, given the fact that his wife, Amelia, constantly complained about him being constantly absent. Sadly, when Lara was a kid, her mother eventually passed away, likely due to illness, and her father had pretty much to be the one responsible to take care of her. But another figure appeared in their lives, and that being the family's maid, Anna Miller, who became like a mother towards Lara and a friend, as well as the fact that she and Richard did enter into a romantic relationship. But sadly, by circa around 2001, Richard seemingly has committed the unthinkable, resulting in Lara becoming now an orphan, taken care by Anna and by other family servants, and she pretty much inherited her family's fortune. But she ended up walking her father's footsteps and has become an archaeologist in her own right. And now by 2013, she has went on her very first expedition to find the lost Japanese island of Yamatai, and on it she got into conflict with a man known as Father Matthias and a group of survivors known as the Solari Brotherhood, who wanted to sacrifice one of Lara's friends to Himiko, the Sun Queen, who has been trapped on the island for over 2000 years, in order to transfer Himiko's soul into Sam, and to continue her immortality, hoping that this will result in the storm being over and all of them being capable to escape the island. But thankfully, Lara managed to stop them and pretty much stopped Matthias and destroyed Himiko and saved her friend. And she has become known for due to the fact that this has become the very first major archaeological discovery made by her. Now, by 2015, she went on to find the lost city of Ketesh, where it's believed to be the divine source, an ancient crystal that is capable to grant immortality to others. And she found a city in Siberia, Russia, and she came in conflict with a secret society known as the Trinity, who wants to use magical artifacts throughout the world to bring the society under their control. And here she came in conflict with two people, Constantine, who is the leader of the Trinity's military and wanted immortality to himself so he can take over the world, and her own former mate and mother figure, Anna Miller, who is revealed to be Constantine's twin sister and an agent for the Trinity, and one of the key people responsible for Richard's death, as she wants the immortality to save herself from her own sickness and tried to persuade Lara to join the Trinity multiple times, but Lara rejected her all the time. As well as the fact that Lara befriended with a group of survivors, descendants of the Cretaceous original settlers, led by a man known as Jacob. And it's revealed throughout all of this that Jacob himself is the divine prophet, the immortal prophet who has been alive for the last 3000 years and guarded the divine source and all the settlements and his descendants and by taking new identities and protected all the people. But thankfully, in the end, Lara has managed to stop all of them. She defeated Constantine in battle, she destroyed the divine source, and granted Jacob and all those affected by it the final gift of death. And Anna eventually got herself getting rid of by Trinity, to not reveal too much. And now by 2018, she has come into conflict with the leader of Trinity himself, Professor Pedro Dominguez, who is also searching for the lost city of Patiti, which they have found it in Peru. And here is revealed the fact that Dominguez himself is the king of Patiti, Amaro, who is the leader, also the leader of the cult, who is technically Trinity, as he wanted to find the mystical Aztec dagger as well as a silver box in order to gain the power of the gods so he can take over and remake the world. All of this to protect Paititi from the outsiders. And so Lara team up with the rebels who are led by his sister-in-law and nephew in order to stop him. And now before we continue, we need to stop now and ask, is Lara Croft a good person? I ask this question because while she is a good person, she has done the right choice multiple times. She saved the world multiple times. It should be noted here that Lara absolutely is not perfect. She made tons of mistakes. She's impulsive. She's selfish sometimes. And she could have easily been persuaded by many other things throughout her adventures. But at the end of the day, Lara Croft is a wonderful person. She cares a lot about her friends. She loves her father and her family, and their dads broke her. And she simply just wants to protect the people of the world, just like how nobody was able to protect her. And in the end, the answer is yes, Lara is a good person, and she's pretty close to me to be a pure good one. And in the end of the day, she has pretty much won. She stopped Dominguez, she used that power herself in order to protect Paititi, and she kept the whole city hidden from the outside world. So in the end, who is Lara Croft? She's nothing more but a simple adventurer who journeyed into the unknown. An adventurer that followed her father's footsteps and even surpassed him by a lot. And an adventurer that could easily be called as one of the most iconic video game characters created recently. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give like and subscribe and have a nice day.
That the extraordinary is in what we do, not who we are. I'd finally set out to make my mark, to find adventure. But instead, adventure found me.